It's Jack from Alphacharts with a state of the market video. Today is, February 1st, 2025. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. And I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right, thank you all for watching the video. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, you can find me on X at Alphacharts365. This is where I post things all week long, chart setups, mostly market related. I also have a subscriber group. In this group, I do weekend videos that are about 45 minutes to an hour long with extended watch list for my subscribers, focus list videos, midweek videos, annotated charts, market notes twice a week, posts just for them, chart requests, just all kinds of content for them directly. And it's only $10 a month. Very, very reasonable. Great for the person that works full time, that's just getting into trading. The person that just wants a second opinion, or just have the time to do all the research. That's what this gives you. It gives you the research, gives you and I basically go over how I'm trading. Just my personal trading thoughts and philosophy at the time. And people do with that what they want. Everyone trades their own account, obviously, and for $10 a month, you're not going to find a better value out there. This is a very complete subscriber group for that small bit of money. So go ahead and click that subscribe button. I think it's completely, what a great, amazing deal. If you're not on X, but you're our YouTube only watcher, I have the exact same video information over here on the join. I also do the annotated charts through the posts over here just for members. And you see here these members only videos. We do Thursday midweek, Tuesday midweek, Monday after that big sell off in the semiconductors and AI names. I did just a bonus video for everybody. There's that focus list video I talked about, weekend video, and so on and so forth. So you see the content is all there for the YouTube members as well. Again, click that join button if you're a YouTube only watcher. It's, again, same price, same everything. So check that out. All right, let's get into these charts. So what a week, huh? So we had Monday right there. Big sell off, down 1.4. Then you had this grind higher the rest of the week, and things seemed like they were recovering. And Friday, whether it was tariff news or whatever the reason was, it got back up to that spot, the prior resistance, and then it completely reversed. Didn't quite go bearish outside, but still pretty rough day. And if you weren't nimble on that day, you probably started to buy some stuff and lost some money. So you have to be very, very careful in this market because we are in a tweet driven, or whatever you want to call it, a news driven type of market that can, you know, if you didn't remember the first Trump term, it was a lot like this. So I think shorter time frames make sense around here. Listen, maybe this is just going to make some sort of little pullback here and then break out, right? That's a possibility. But right now we have a very significant resistance area that's been tested now multiple times and has held. On the week, down 1.1%. So 1% down on the week. That's pretty rough. On the RSP, things were down 0.53, so a little bit better, but still down. Still in this kind of widening pattern. I'm not, too worried about it at this point, but it's there. And prices right at the 50-day, which is right at the VWAP from the election. Here, there's the VWAP from the election. RSP, VWAP from the election. There's your 50-day price above it, so that's a positive. It is kind of getting a little bit of wide and loose in here, so we'll see which way that direction goes. On the Qs, down 1.39, and well, that's on the week. On the day, let's click the day first. Again, retook the 50, which is good, and it's definitely a positive, so we like that. But really had closed that gap and then reversed. We got to get back above the 535-ish. I think, to really feel more comfortable. But I do like that we're above the 50, so that's definitely a positive. There is some just distribution on this chart, saying so we just have to be very, very careful. Like I said, on the week it was down 1.39, so slightly worse than SPY. We did have a big FOMC week. We had all those earnings, and largely those were positive, right? When you look at the chart, those were these candles. So largely the market reacted positively to those events. Um, but not to the bookends, right? Equal AQs were even on the week, so that's a positive, right? That's really nice. Above the 50-day, well, that's 50 week, hold on. But still above the 50-day. And so again, we have above the 50-day and holding for so far everything we've looked at. Positive price action in that respect. It needs to hold above the 50-day, I think. Let's go to mid caps. Closed right under, but at the 50-day moving average. And this trend line held again. So now we have, one, two, three, four, five touches on the trend line. So it's important, right? For whatever reason, diagonal trend line, important. Um, down 1.14 in the week. And yeah, I mean, got to get above the trend line, above 600 for sure. And let's look at IWM. Again, down 1.14, and IWM was down 1%, right? So 1%, again, got to the 50-day, couldn't get above it, still the weakest. Couldn't get above the VWAP from the election either. They're right in the same spot. My guess is they're probably right at 50 days, 57. So just, yeah, it was more than 50 days ago. We're right there in 50 on for the 50-day moving average. And listen, next week, if price can't get above it, that's really going to start to turn down, take a big loop lower, right, as we clear this data out. So we'll see what happens with the market, right, with the price movement. But IWM definitely looks the weakest. XLF holding up pretty strong, actually. Now we can kind of draw in this area and make sure it kind of holds in this relative area. I think it's a big spot. Um, but XLF looks fine, right? Looks absolutely fine. Up on the week, 1.28%. Tried to break out, couldn't. So that's definitely something to consider. It's right there at the breakout. So we'll take a look at that. We'll keep watching that. Semiconductors. So there are obviously reasons to be concerned in this market. I think semiconductors is one of them. Did close back below or at the 200-day moving average, and the 50-day is really starting to the 200-day they're really close at this point. Both very flat. Look at that. I mean, about 1.5% roughly from each other. Short-term moving averages are starting to obviously turn lower, and it was just a really rough week. On the week, they were down almost 7%. That's a gigantic, um, gigantic move lower for semiconductors. Going back 50 days, are right here. Again, they're mostly flat, to be honest, but as we clear out this older data, you're going to start to see more of a turn as price holds below. So just something to consider. Again, as these two moving averages get just almost converge, look how just flat it's been, right? You have this volatility, then you have this contraction, and then we thought this was going to be a nice breakout, and then boom, the floor dropped out on Monday, and really on Friday too, I think, right? Because we had some nice little you know, recovery, and then boom. So I would definitely be very, very careful and cautious. Semiconductor names. I'm looking at XSD. They're actually positive on Friday. Well, that's nice to see. Underneath the 50-day, and did have that big reversal. Um, but above the 200 days, so that's better. And on the week, they were positive. Oh, no, they were negative. Oh, because on Monday, 5.6% on the week. So again, some recovery in here, but definitely mixed signals from semiconductors. The big boy semiconductors are definitely, I'm talking about NVIDIA and things, NVIDIA being the biggest. That's what that says. There's some trouble there. Um, IYT, this was starting to look much better. And then it really did take a pretty hard hit. This was the UPS earnings. and then there was it was basically bearish outside day as it tried to recover the 50-day. On the week, it's going to be pretty probably nasty, down almost over 2.5%, and it's back to this very important area. Like it's got to hold 70, I think, and we're right there. I think 70 is just a really big spot for this. The 200 days already flat, from this kind of big pattern. Again, the pattern's huge on here, right? Back from 2021. So big, big pattern. And, higher lows all along. Hopefully this is a higher low that sticks, and higher highs. So the uptrend on the weekly is there. On the daily, it's a little bit more suspect, right? With the lower high right there and some higher lows. But the weekly is good. So $70. I think that's what needs to hold on IYT. XTN, just looks rough, right? Look how ragged and rough it looks. It was down 1.67 on the week as well. Exactly the same. No, 2.69, sorry. 1.67 on the week. And yeah, so transports are starting to maybe turn back over. Housing is for sure now living under the 200-day, which is flat, and the 50 is as to me, housing is already this is dead, right? It's already in correction mode. Um, on the week, they were down 1.37. XHB is down 2.47. So again, really big moves there. You see the 50 is about to cross the 200 on XHB. It's already there on the more pure home builder, home construction ETF. And yeah, so you have semis that look rough, transports that are iffy and the recovery is suspect, and housing that's already broken. That keeps me cautious. That's got to keep me cautious on the market. Again, it's such a big part of our economy that if they're showing signs, maybe, it doesn't have to be this week, but that says that there's problems. That if they don't recover soon, that there's some major problems going on. Let's look at the Mag 7. Here's Mag 7, and they were up on Friday and down 1.21 on the week. And you can see it's, this little kind of flag. It tried to break out, kind of went sideways on the week. And you can see it all right there. And there's your Monday and then the recovery. So they're holding up reasonably well. If something happens and they start to lose the 50-day, that would be a big, big problem, I think, for the market in general. Breadth is okay. I go over this with my subscribers. We go over all the internals. Breadth is just okay, right? It's not like amazing. It's okay, right? Anyway, that's for a different group. That's for my subscriber group. If you're interested, go to Alphacharts 365, click on that subscribe button. Super easy to do. On YouTube, click that join button. Again, just as easy. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you for watching. Just stay safe out there, trade a little faster, and take profits when and if we get them, right? Y'all take care.